Hi FlossTubers, it's me, Claire, the designer maker behind Love Poppet. This is only my second FlossTube video, so please bear with me. It's the 24th of May. It's another sunny day down here in Kent, which I don't want to give you all the wrong idea. It has not been like this at all. We've had so much rain the rest of the time. But last time I filmed, it was a really sunny day again. So maybe I should always FlossTube every day and then we'll get really good weather all the time. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Anyhow, hope you've all been well since I last spoke to you. I've done a bit of stitching, but I have to admit, business has been busy. I had a subs box that went out and obviously I launched my SAL, my Dreaming of Summer stitch along. So basically last week was absolutely hectic for me. It is just me that does everything from the designing to the packing to the emails to the even the banking and stuff like that. So you know, it can be quite full on. So I've got a little bit to show you though, so I just thought I'd do that. And last time I was on my first one, I showed you a piece of Stitchrovia's designs that I did, one by Congdon, which was everything is a little bit better with a piece of magic, or the phrase that's something similar to that. That one I still haven't framed, you know, but anyhow. But I thought I'd show you another one that I finished of hers, which is called Never Underestimate the Difference You Can Make. I did do this stitch this for my daughters really. I thought it'd be nice to have up and that they would see on a daily basis, because, you know, just want to give you girls a bit of confidence, don't you? So if I can just hold that there. As you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous colours. I love the pinks and the blues together. Really zingy. And obviously she's a wizard with typography. This one is on a 28 count even weave. I would guess it was just an off-white creamy colour. I, once again, stitched this before I even ever thought to pay attention to what I was stitching on. So this is an earlier one, but that was really good fun to stitch. I do love all of her stuff. Obviously not, I don't love it enough to iron it though. So there you go, that's that. So yes, love her designs. I'll probably do another one. I've just got to find the right wording or whatever that I like and want around the house really. So then my next stitch that I was going to show you is one that I finished last year, but I thought I'd show it anyway because it's another UK little designer, but she's not so little anymore. This one was out of, well, the girl who designs these goes under the name Innocent Bones, or The Innocent Bones, and she's absolutely killing it with the subs box. But the subs box goes under the name Mood Boxes. So I believe she has two different websites, one for the Innocent Bones stuff and one for Mood. So this is from one of her subs boxes that I bought, which was called Circus. And I stitched that up. She always does designs that are kind of like, a big thing of hers is tarot cards and slightly witchy, slightly ethereal. I don't know if that's the right word. Lovely and bright and really easy to do. I think if I remember rightly, this was on a 16 count, which came with the kit. But yeah, she is absolutely killing it with her subs boxes. I can't remember if she does them monthly or every 2 months, but she is doing a lot of them. and she's another Geordie lass, I believe. She's from up north. So yeah, check her out if you haven't seen her before. Another UK designer who's got lots of designs under her belt, as it were. And actually, I've seen that she sells in Liberties in London. So she's getting in some really nice places. And she also has her own bricks and mortar shop. I've often looked at her Instagram and it's done photos of how she's stocking it out. She's got loads of like gifty bits in. It's not all cross stitch, but she does a bit of apparel, or whatever you call it, t-shirts and stuff. Apparel, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, she's got lovely stuff. Really lovely designs. I think, you know, good on her sort of thing. Okay, so those were the two of mine that I've finished recently. This is one good thing about FlossTube. It's making me go through the cupboard, find a project, finish it off, just so I can show you. You know, the project might have been waiting quite a while, but there you go. Right, my next one that I was going to show you is the poisonous plants stitch along that I was doing. Have to say, because last week was so busy and hectic, and I've even had really good wholesale orders and stuff, I don't think I've spent any time on this one. So I'll just show you it quickly. But the main thing was, I've actually managed to remember to print out the pattern. So you can actually see what it should look like eventually. It's just got these little flowers and their names. And really, it's a very easy one to stitch. I'm half kicking myself that I haven't done this one. And even more ironically, I'm really in the mood for doing Halloweeny stuff. And I know this isn't Halloween, but with it being colourful and on black, I feel like it would scratch that itch a little bit. But what I did do as well with, obviously, sorry, the Poisonous Plants by the Witchy Stitcher. The other thing that I have done in the last fortnight, since I last spoke to you, was I have joined her Patreon. Because I just like the look of her stuff, and I thought it'd be nice to see stuff before it comes out and make a decision. But what I was pleased to see is that if you're on Patreon, you get a free pattern every month. So I've got this one, which is May's one, Leave Me Alone, I'm Cross Stitching. And basically, I've already printed that out. I'm going to be trying to find the threads and stuff to do it. I'm sure a lot of you will like that one. And like I say, it's on Patreon, but it's only for this month. I believe at the end of May, it'll disappear and something else will come. But I haven't been on a Patreon before, so go and check it out yourself. But yeah, I have a strong feeling that one is going to be getting done very soon, because it's just gorgeous. But I aren't going to let myself start it until I finish Poisonous Plants. I'm going to try and be good to myself by just restricting myself to one Witchy Stitcher at a time. But yeah, pop on there to, pop onto Patreon and see what else there is. I also joined Teresa Koguts, and who else did I do? I think I did the Tiny Modernist, and I did somebody else. I'll have to think. I know I did Fox and Rabbit as well, because I wanted to see when their fabrics came out and stuff, more than anything. But yeah, quite like Patreon. It's more interesting than Facebook for me. But there you go. I don't know if that's what you guys think or not, but there you go. Right, so then my next project that I've been working on, which I have got a bit further on, is the Boomerang Stitches one, the Bird Nerd version, as you can see. And if I find out how you can add in pictures, I will try and show you a picture of what it was last time. If my hands are just there, then I didn't work it out. Because it depends how much time I've got this afternoon. But yeah, anyhow, this is how it looks now. I've got a funny feeling I pretty much concentrated on the branch. I don't know if you can see there, but there's actually 2 shades of brown there. But I don't know if I open the curtains a bit, I'm worried I'm going to get blinded by the sun that we've got. Will that one help? Yeah, okay. But you can see anyway, that's where I've got to with that one. Still enjoying it, still loving it. And obviously we've got bank holiday this weekend in the UK, so, you know, I should get some more stitching time, shouldn't I? Let's hope. That's always the dream, though, that I can have a little peace and quiet and just stitch away. Never tends to work out like that. We've got a garden that we have to look after, dogs to walk and such like. Yes, so my next one, which I worked on, was Garden of Dreams by Barbara Anna. Where is the piece of paper? There you go. Which is this beauty. I believe it was a stitch along years ago, but it probably is years ago. Really love this one. Love Barbara Anna. Most people would say that, though, I can imagine. And once again, if I can work out how to put a picture in, they'll be where I was up to last time. And if not, there you go. So this time I've got that far. I feel like last time a lot of her t-shirt was done, but I hadn't got as far with her hair. And actually really like the way she's curled into that hair. Really gives a brilliant idea of her hairdo, and it being, you know, I feel like, is it 1940s where they have the little curls up on top of their heads? Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Really love this one. And so yeah, I just enjoy that. And I would never have thought to put oranges and, like, there's a real strong ginger in there, but there's also like a claret purple. It is just amazing. Really beautiful. Really lovely. Yeah. What else is there to say about Barbara Anna? Very clever person. So, going on then, the one, even though the sun is shining and it's all very summery, and, you know, I've got my daughter asking about going to the beach and stuff like that, I'm really in the mood for Halloween at the moment. I feel really weird, but that's all I keep thinking about, really. So I went and treated myself to a whole new pattern and a new start. So this one is Olga's Autumn Stocking by Plum Street Samplers. Now this is the image that they gave, and I initially thought, what about using like an antique white kind of fabric? And, you know, really thought that that would suit me. I can imagine me hanging that up. It'd look lovely. And all the oranges and greens would pop off it lovely and stuff. But then I realised this bit here is stitched in a white, a creamy white, this pumpkin, and there's also like a house. And there's also like little shapes, not a snowflakey, but a kind of starbursty flower or something. So then I was looking at it going, don't think I can do it on that, which is what I thought. So instead I've gone for a, what is it, a 36 count Edinburgh in a what's called Winter Moon or Soft Cream. So yeah, this is how far I've got so far. Have I got that the right way up? Yes, I'm sure I have. Now, a lot of you out there are used to this kind of stuff, I am sure, and have probably done lots of cross stitches like this. But up until now, I've been mainly an Ada girl, sometimes linen and even weave, generally always DMC, and generally I do, like on a 14 count, I might do 3 strands of DMC, so I get a real punchy colour, but otherwise it's 2 strands, you know, sort of thing. So this is very unusual for me because this is just 1 strand of thread, which is unheard of. And to be fair, I'm struggling a little bit because I like my loop starts. So yeah, but I think it's looking quite neat. The coverage isn't, I would like better coverage, but that's just me. I thought I'll do it as the pattern says, and try something new, because it's good to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's good to try new things, or so I'm told. And yeah, just, who knows, I might fall in love with all that kind of stuff. But what I did fall in love with, which is also new with this, is their pattern calls for gentle art threads and weak dye works threads, and I had never bought any of them, and to a certain degree I'm not even sure I've seen them in the flesh. Like, where do we get them from around here? You know, I have a little quilt shop within 3-4 miles of here, but they're mainly quilt stuff, and they have a really small section of cross stitch stuff, like just a stand of DMC and a few. They don't even do a lot of kits actually, and they don't do a selection of fabric for definite. Sorry, I'm just trying to wedge my chair because the handle keeps making a noise and it's aggravating me. Yeah, so, and then otherwise we've got hobby craft, but that's quite generic stuff. It's not like you're going to get this kind of stuff. So I'd never actually seen them in the flesh, as it were. So I did order them all, and I think I got them from Peakside Needlecraft. I hope it wasn't Lakeside. I can't remember actually. Sorry for whoever sent me it. It was brilliant as well. I should have remembered it. But they come through and they are absolutely gorgeous. I actually quite like even some of the colours, the names. You know, like Ginger Snap here. You probably can't see that close. But there's some absolutely gorgeous reds and oranges. I'm actually really liking all the variation in them as well. So I've got, look at that one. What is that? That's Weak Dye Works, Cinnabar. I'll drop them. I don't know if that shows very well. I think that's lovely. And I'm not even into pinks, but that is nice. And actually, I didn't even think there'd be pink in this pattern. I obviously haven't paid that much attention, have I? And look at this, nice and grungy. This is Pelican Grey by Weeks Dye Works. Can you see it? Kind of greens, greys, pales, greeny greys. Lovely, absolutely gorgeous. And Mulberry, that is one that I've already started stitching with. So that has got kind of clarity red in with quite a gingery orange, gingery brown maybe. What's this one? This is Chrysanthemum by Weeks Dye Works. Very orangey with maybe salmony colours. You know, it's kind of pink and orange. I don't know if I'm getting a very good look at that. Maybe I should get one of those ring lights and that would give me a better light. Sarsaparilla. Okay. Cherry bark. That gives me nice wintry vibes, that one does. It's like a mulled wine kind of thing with pinks and purples. Ooh, makes me want a glass of red. Pecan. We've got toasted barley, which actually that isn't looking very nice there, is it? But it is really nice in the flesh. An espresso bean, and apple cider. The apple cider's got quite a nice variation in it as well. Yeah, these are all gorgeous, and I am going to gradually collect a whole load of these. I'm going to see if anybody is doing, what I'd really like is if somebody was doing a like advent calendar this year where you get different threads in them each day or something like that. That's what I'd like. And then just, you know, play with them really. Start getting to like them. Oh, heirloom gold's quite nice as well. Yeah, I think this is opening up a whole new world to me. I'm going to start designing with a few more of these kind of things if I can get my hands on a good set of them. So let me know if you know of anybody who's doing an advent calendar like that. Because I would bite their hands off to order one. And oh god, even Raven's lovely. Back here, you probably can't see that. It's got like green in it. It is black or dark grey, but it's got a lot of kind of green in it. It's really like a bird's wing. That is good. That would come in handy a lot. Yeah, so if you know about anything like that. Also, I am in June going into London to catch up with some friends. So I'm having a day out there, day off sort of thing. If there's anywhere in London that you know sells all this kind of cross-stitch stuff, like the threads, the fabrics, anywhere sort of like central London, let me know. Give me a message, tell me where there's somewhere to visit, because I will go up a couple of hours early and go and have a little wander on my own, because I would love to just peruse a shop that has all of this kind of stuff just hung around and I can see it all and touch it, you know. It's all that kind of stuff, isn't it? Which I'm sure a lot of people would love, and I can't believe there isn't more of these shops around really. But yes, I'm only going as far as London though, so I can't. Or if you know of one in Kent, actually. Yeah, Kent or London would be great. I'm not venturing much further for now. I might do some in Yorkshire in the summer holidays, so I'll ask you about them then. But yes, so that is obviously Olga's stocking. All those threads were for this one. I think I've bought most of them, and I'm just going to really enjoy stitching that one and getting my Halloween vibes and, well, autumny vibes. Love pumpkins and all that. Yes. So carrying on from that, because I'm still, you know, loving the Halloweeny vibes. The other one that I've treated myself to, which at the moment I've only got the pattern, haven't bought the fabrics or anything, although I am on the lookout. I've been trying to find a really nice blue for this one. It's the Pumpkin House by Liz Matthews. I think this one is genius. I love the idea of getting two fabrics and stitching them together or framing them together. I think that is an absolute genius idea. I can imagine a lot of people will be doing that from now on. And this works so well like that. Could be tempted to put a green on the bottom rather than a cream, you know, the fabric. But think the pattern is lovely. So I'm hoping I'll have that one done before Halloween kicks in, because it is just a gorgeous one to have. And I guess, yeah, you can't really make it into a bag front or anything like that if it's two pieces, unless I'm very good at my stitching. probably not there. I just think it's lovely anyway. So I believe that's one that she brought out for Nashville Market this year. Or she brought out one like this. Maybe it was the next one. Maybe it was the springy summer one. And this was last year's or something. But that is glorious, isn't it? It's gorgeous. So I'm going to look forward to doing that. And actually, I don't even have here the list of threads. What does she ask for? Oh, right. She's saying NPIs. That's another one that I've not come across. So, yeah. I'll have a look at them. But otherwise there's a DMC conversion. I'll look at that then. Yeah, so that's that one. I'll just pop that on the floor. Who cares? And then the other pattern I've treated myself to, which, you know, shouldn't really do. I've got a lot on anyway. But I hear a lot about Christmas in July. So I thought, yeah, I need to be doing Christmas in July this year. Never done it before. Sorry, my voice is going a bit croaky. Yeah, I've never done Christmas in July before. And also, is it Peachy Stitches? Is doing 25, like you do Christmas stuff on the 25th each month. I feel like that's a stitch along. I can't quite remember it though. Have a look at Peachy Stitches. I know she's got a FlossTube as well, and I follow her on Instagram. So I feel like she's mentioned it. Sorry if it's somebody else. Tell me off. I don't mind. So anyhow, I thought I wanted to do that. But I haven't got any Christmas things to stitch apart from my own designs. And where's the fun in that, you know? So I bought these because obviously they're really famous, aren't they? The Prairie Schooler Santas. So I bought a set where it was 3 patterns in one, which are the 1984, the 1989 and 1991. Not really sure any of those dates are important to me in any way. But I just kind of like these Santas and thought, yeah, I could do that. I actually really like the one that looks more like he's wearing a dressing gown. To me, he looks like he's wearing a dressing gown. Obviously, it could be just him being extra fancy because he's carrying a lot of fruit. So, but I really liked him, and I really like the one with the red cardinals as well. There's just something really cute about these, aren't there? I love the simplicity of them. Not sure what I'm going to do with them either. Probably make them into little Christmassy bags, something that I can hang something in, you know. They'll be nice, and I'll just stitch them up. So I guess these have been around for absolute years, since it says 1984 on them. And I've seen lots of people stitch all the different Santas, and they always want to collect them. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go and see what they're like. Don't know what colour fabric I'll use, but I'll find something and try them out. So I'm hoping to start stitching on those and do a little bit every 25th. And yeah, then I can post my progress. I don't actually know how big they are either. They're only 75 by 57 stitches. Doesn't sound very big, does it? Yeah, so that's that one. So I've got a few new things to start and try and stitch along with. The other thing where I'm pushing myself a little bit is I joined in Coffe Craft Fabrics Super Sunday. I think it was about a fortnight ago. The one before that, I'd seen something come up on my Facebook, and I think or maybe it was Instagram, people saying, oh, I've got my fabric, isn't this lovely? Got my fabric. And I was thinking, why would you buy this fabric, you know? So I had a little investigation, signed up for it. So when it came around to this Super Sunday, I was ready. And luckily, it was a glorious day when I was just out in the garden doing gardening, and I'd got up early, and so I could watch every hour. I managed to go, oh yeah, should I have a look at what fabric's coming up this time? What's coming up this time? So it's my first time that I've got some Coffe craft fabric, and I went a little bit mad, really. I think I went a little bit doolally. Luckily the hubby doesn't know anything about it, and you know, it's all done nice and quietly, so he'll never know really. But this one I got, and I just thought I'd try different types of fabric as well as different colours of fabric. So I just kind of went, I wasn't exactly the first one in the list, so some of them I'd asked for a certain count and those had gone. So then I thought, I'll just go with another one. So this one is an 18 count Ada. I don't think, oh God, I don't think she named any of them. So, but this is really sort of like pale pinky purpley. Not sure what I was thinking would go on this. I didn't really buy with anything in mind really. I just thought I'll try stuff out really. But I love the mottly effect and slight, you know, washed outness of this one. I thought it's bound to come in useful. It's nice and pale. Yeah, really pretty. So that's the first one. Then I went for this one, which is a 32 count even weave, which is something I am quite comfy stitching on, is a 32 count even weave. Right, I'm trying to get the colour right. I really like this one. This one, I can see something Halloween-y going on this. Yeah, it might even be the Witchy Stitcher one that I showed you earlier. Leave Me Alone, I'm Stitching. I think that could look really nice on that because it's bright yellows and then a bit of black, you know. I never know if either side looks better. One might show up better than the other. But that is lovely, isn't it? And it feels really nice. After the Super Sunday had finished, obviously, Megan gets in touch and you have to pay. And she was really sweet. She was sort of going, I've had a lot of sales. Do you need it urgently? I'll get it to you. And I was going, no, I haven't bought it for anything in particular. And I was really impressed. They all come already serged and stuff. Isn't that nice? It's sort of like ready to go straight out the pack. So that's that colour. This one is a 32 count even weave. So obviously you didn't stray too far there. This one I think is just going to be really useful. It's just a creamy beige with a slight bit of mottling. Once again, that Leave Me Alone, I'm cross stitching could go very nicely on that. But actually so could the little Santas. Who knows? We'll have a little play with that one. But really like that colour. You know, it's a very universal one. Can find lots of projects. Actually, the stocking that I'm stitching would have gone really nice on that, but I've already started it. Now this is a bit bright for me. This is a 28 even weave. Look at that. But there's something very nice about that colour, isn't there? And actually, I think it's a really nice colour with this top I'm wearing. That's where my brain goes. So it'd be lovely to put something on in a tealy blue. Tealy greeny blue, you know. Look at that. It's actually showing up really nicely. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that one. But it's finding the right thing, isn't it, sometimes? Since I just bought stuff on a whim, I hadn't got projects in mind. I've now got to get the projects, find them and do them. Now this is my last one, so I think I've gone mad. Other people out there might not think this is too bad, really. Right, what's this one? Oh, this is another 32 even weave. I kept asking for the 40 counts, but they were going like, you know, hotcakes or whatever they say. But because I really wanted to try a 40. I've never seen one. Would love to play with one, sort of thing. So this is this, which I think at the time I was thinking a Halloween design would go really nice on that. Like I said, I am full on Halloween mode. I would really love to do anything like that at the moment. Although nobody else is feeling that way, I don't think, at the moment. But I just think that is a beautiful colour. I should have maybe asked if any others of these, any of the other sizes were free, and she still had some left, because I think that one is lovely. But you know what I thought when I got it? You know what I thought would be perfect for this? Absolutely perfect. Lola Crow's, the sal that she's doing at the moment, I can't think of it. Deadly Aquarium. That one. I think this could be crying out for a bit of Deadly Aquarium stitched on it. I haven't actually signed up yet, but I've been watching it and I'm getting FOMO because everybody else is doing it. She might have closed the entry by now, but now I've got the fabric, it just kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You know, I think that one would look lovely on that. Yes, so that is all the bits that I've treated myself to. You know, and obviously it's all for the good of my business. I have to try these things out. I must play with other designs and fabrics and such. That's what I like to say. Anyway, so yeah, so then finally I was going to chat about my stitch along that is currently going on, because that started last week and the second part comes out next week. So if you'd signed up for it, it is, you have these colours. These are the threads. There's the even weave and the Ada, depending on which one you've gone for. This is the called for, right? And a lot of people have said they think this is peachy. Well, both of these are counted as the same colour in Zweigart, which under Zweigart's name, it is Ivory Stroke Cream, just for those who would like to know. Yes, so that is what everybody's stitching with. And I wanted to stitch along with everybody, because it's a stitch along. But I thought I might try it in different colours and have a little play. Because I've already, not being funny, I've already stitched one to get the final image sorted. I've already got one of these stitched up. And there's only so many you need in certain colours. So I've been playing with this and I decided, because I've got a job lot of 32 Zweigart even weave in this natural colour, I thought I'd stitch it on here. Sorry, it's not ironed or anything. That would take some planning. And this is pretty much the first section done. I've just got a bit of this cow parsley left to stitch. As you can see, I've done that side, not that side. But the sunflowers, the tulips, and a lot of the cow parsley are done. And so for these, because I've chosen a different coloured fabric, I also thought I'll choose different coloured threads. So what I've gone for is something which I've never used before, and they are paint box threads, which, if you don't know, is another UK independent. The lovely Zoe owns it. And so I've got a whole load of her threads, and I've been stitching this 1/2, and actually, to push myself out of the comfort zone again, I'm stitching it in hand, which is something I've never done. I've always been a hoop girl. I always do stitching in a hoop. I've tried the white clip-on ones. I've been using a nerd hoop recently. And I just thought, well, a lot of people prefer stitching in hand and some say it's quicker. So I thought I'll try it out. But also, as you can see here, these are my colours as I've picked them out. I think, can you see all those? Right, compared to the DMC ones that I've got, I didn't go for a straight direct conversion. I've gone for a slightly more muted palette this time because I thought it would help or kind of go with the natural looking fabric. So I don't know if you can see, maybe the oranges look just as bright, but that yellow in theory is this yellow is being used where that yellow has been used. So I've kind of converted a lot of them, but I just think this is lovely. A really lovely palette, and the thread is so thick just with one thread. So what did I say the Olga's stocking was? What fabric was that? That was a 36 count, and one thread I felt like I wasn't getting amazing coverage. This one thread, obviously this is on a 32 count, I'm getting loads of coverage there. The colours are standing out lovely. So it depends what you're into, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So yes, I am stitching along with everybody, but I'm doing it in completely different colours on a different fabric, just to be awkward. But yeah, that is all I really have to show you today. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. And well, you know, go out in the sunshine if you've got it. Let's face it, it's not going to last very long. More rain's coming. But yeah, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your stitching. How about that? Until next time, bye.